Look, another little kitchen hack free from me to you, okay? Don't say I never gave you nothing. This was your Christmas present. Holy crap, that looks amazing. I don't care who you are, I don't care who your mama is, but that looks good. Am I on a diet? No. Okay, raise your hand. You are about to get a bonus question. Do you remember me adding vinegar to this? Press record. I guess I have no choice but to record a video now, even though I wasn't ready. How cute is that? Okay, hey, good morning guys, how are you? I just wanted to share with you guys what I was doing this morning. I went for a nice long walk with my son in his jogging stroller. It was hot at 10 a.m. Oh my Lord, it was hot. Let me tell you what. Evelyn, turn that down a little bit, baby. Thank you. Yeah, so it's almost 2 o'clock and I'm getting hungry. I never get hungry until about 12, 1, 2 o'clock. I just stay full on coffee in the morning and I'm actually very, very used to it. Kids keep the day nice and bright, right? Okay, so my coffee keeps me very full in the morning. I'm super used to not eating until later. I'm always very busy in the morning. I really don't have time anyway. I'm frying up this beautiful boneless, skinless chicken thigh in some grass-fed butter. Yum! And I just threw a very light sprinkling of curry seasoning that I actually make myself and keep it in a mason jar in my pantry. It does not go bad. I'll share that with y'all sometime. And just some salt and pepper on top of that. And you know what? Let me turn that over because it's just absolutely beautiful. Oh, you know what? Hold on. You know, it'd be super helpful if I knew where my stuff was. Okay. Hey, there it is. Okay. I'm ready to go because I was not flipping that mug by hand, right? All right, hold on just a second. All right. So we're going to turn this bad boy over. Yeah. Oh, holy crap. Holy crap, that looks amazing. I don't care who you are, I don't care who your mama is, but that looks good. Okay, so what I did want to share with you guys is I'm actually going to have a little side green salad with my chicken. And I'm going to throw some grape tomatoes on there, but I'm going to make my dressing. And the reason I do that is because all the dressings on the shelf you will see are full of soybean oil. Soybean oil is an inflammatory oil, and most people do have an inflammatory response to that oil, and there's a whole bunch of reasons why it's just not the most beneficial oil for your body. It's very high in omega-6s and it's highly refined, and a lot of time it tends to be hydrogenated, although it might not be hydrogenated in salad dressing, but it is in a lot of other things. So what I'm going to do is use Chosen Foods avocado oil, and this oil was actually tested to make sure that it is 100% avocado oil that is in good quality and good condition when you get it. So this is my favorite brand of avocado oil, and you can pick this up at Costco, and you can probably find some at Walmart too. So let me show you what I'm making here. I'm just going to make an avocado oil and wine vinaigrette, and I'm going to use red wine. And let me show you my red wine real quick, just in case this ever happens to your red wine. Look, you see that gloopy glop in there? Let's see, it's not focusing. Oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, that gloopy glop stuff in there, it looks like a chicken liver sitting in there. That looks completely disgusting, and you would probably be ready to throw that away, but don't do that, because all that is an accumulation of bacteria, of different sugars, or possibly some alcohol in there that did not finish fermenting. It's called the mother. You may have heard of it in apple cider vinegar, but it happens in other vinegars too. And so it's harmless to you unless you shake it up and mix it up. It probably won't come out in your vinegar, but if it does, it's tasteless besides tasting like vinegar, and it will not hurt you at all whatsoever. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make like a single batch, and this will probably only make about 2 servings of dressing. But when I'm making something just for me, I don't always make a huge serving, and plus you're Homemade dressings will keep not as long, obviously, than your store-bought dressings, because your store-bought dressings are full of preservatives and chemicals and rancid industrial seed oils that have been refined and messed with and processed in some type of way to make sure that your dressings don't go bad, and that's why you find them on the shelf and not the refrigeration section. And even the ones in the refrigeration section, you can check. They usually have soybean oil or canola oil, and don't get it twisted, guys. Canola oil is no better. I'm sorry to tell you, and I will do a whole video on that. Let's check on our chicken. Oh. I mean, I know we can't eat chicken raw, but geez, it looks so good. So anywho, all right, back to this dressing. Let's real quick make this dressing so it can go with our salad, because salad is beautiful. All right, so this is 1 clove minced up. I always use my handy dandy garlic press to chop up my garlic. To mince up my own garlic. I do not buy pre-minced garlic, although if you do, that is okay. Whatever serves you and works for you. Fresh garlic is, you know, always a great addition to any of your meals, and hey, it's really beneficial to eat it every day. Alright, so next thing up is a 1/4 cup of my avocado oil, trusty and handy avocado oil. Then I have about a heaping teaspoon or so of Dijon mustard. And here, this is just salt and pepper, maybe about 1/8 of a teaspoon. And this is about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to mix that all together, to be honest with you. Look, I'm just going to pour that right in there. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, so beautiful, so beautiful. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, no, 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 no! All over my counter! Okay, well, me and the camera tricks have got a lot to work on, I guess, because look at that. Look at that mess. All over my counter. Ah, well, I'll mop that up in a second. Alright, so I'm just going to throw all these in here. And then I got to shake this in there. Oh, please just plop right on in there, because doing this one-handed is pretty challenging. Ah, close enough. Beep, beep, beep. Bang, 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 right? Alright. And seriously, guys, all I'm going to do is get my, you know what, let me get my paper towel. Come on now. Watch this. Oh, I'm amazing. Look at that. I am amazing. You guys have never been so lucky to see such an amazing creature. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations. Okay. That's mopped up for now. We'll get to that later. Alright. So, I'm just going to put on my mason jar cap. And you know what? I will just put you guys right here for a second. I'm going to screw on this cap. And I'm going to say, oh, look how pretty, look how beautiful. Swirl it around a little bit. All right, let's do it for real. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your dressing, yeah, yeah. Shake your dressing, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's not a song, but we're just going to pretend I made it into a song. Oh, look, I'm just going to shake this to death here. I'm just going to check on my chicken. You know what? I'm going to stop the shaking. Turn my chicken one more time. Oh, oh. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh, okay. We're going to shake. Shake everything. It really helps. Shake your butt. Shake your dressing. Work out some calories, you know, while you're making that dressing, because good thing about this dressing, it's not going to stick to your butt like other dressings will. This is going to be amazing dressing. Healthy for you and delicious. Oh, and you know what I'm going to add at the end? Probably some sugar. Now, a lot of dressings will call for honey or the addition of sugar or something of that nature. Let's see. But I have done almost a full switch over. Well, I have done a full switch over depending on if what I'm making at home. But when I make something at home, I've done a full switch over from sugar to pure. I think this is pure organic blend. This is what I use in my coffee, and if I do any baking or anything like that. It is a stevia and erythritol blend. It's multi-purposeful, so you can use it in almost any instance or setting for tea or coffee or dressings or sauces or baking, like I said before. And stevia is a natural a natural plant sweetener, has no calories, pretty much no carbs and no calories, but when it's mixed with erythritol, I think it tastes a lot better. And stevia is like many times sweeter than sugar, and so when you mix it with erythritol, it takes away the bite that's there, and it just kind of adds a little more to it, and kind of gets rid of a little bit of a strong aftertaste, if you know what I mean. So I find a stevia erythritol blend to be much more palatable than anything else. And I have had monk fruit. I'm not a fan, although a lot of people are. So just for me personally, stevia erythritol is where it's at, and erythritol is okay and safe. Stevia is okay and safe. And I'll do a longer video about what you need to look for when you are picking out stevia. But anytime you leave behind full-blown sugar and switch to an erythritol, stevia, or monk fruit option, you're doing yourself a favor. Some brands have different additives in them that I don't personally recommend, but again, if that's what you go to and leave sugar behind, congratulations, you just made a huge step, and I highly encourage that. Alright, so back to what it's doing, because the chicken is looking amazing and it's going to be through pretty soon. I'm going to, just a little bit, turn off the eye, and I'm just going to let this chicken rest, and I'm probably going to cover it. Yeah, let me go ahead and do that. Actually, let me go ahead and cover this. And y'all don't freak out, but I used this top last night. It's not clean, but I did it for the exact same purpose, which was covering some chicken that I cooked, and it's just oil splatter from that. And when you turn off the eye, especially with the cast iron, it's so well heated and well distributed that it's going to keep the heat in for a long time. And plus, you see I have an electric stove, so the heat doesn't just turn automatically off like gas does. So the stove is heated, the pan is still heated. It's going to continue to cook, but it's not going to burn and it's not going to overcook. It's just going to sit and rest and keep in the heat and just kind of cook all the way through, and keep the juices locked in too. So that's going to be delicious in a few minutes. It's basically almost just like steaming itself in this sense. So we already created that nice crust by frying it on the outside first. So that's going to be really yummy in just a little bit. All right. So back to the shaking. If you've got to shake really hard. Oh, you know what is really helpful to make these dressings? Oh, man, hold on. Let me tell you. It's better in a bigger mason jar, obviously, but if you have one of these things for like protein powder, or, you know, usually you get them with water bottles and protein powder, and, you know, for mixes and stuff that you would mix in your water. Or to make any type of, you know, protein smoothie or what have you. These are awesome to make sauces and to make dressings. You put them in a regular size mason jar. Look, check up here. Yep, in a regular size mason jar. And whether you're making ranch or homemade yum yum sauce, which we can make all of that if you guys want to. If you want to make any of that, you just plop it down in there, seal your jar with a good lid, and you're just going to shake it up, and that really helps to get things mixed up. But with this little jar, I think we can mix it up just fine. Be fine enough to eat anyway. It will probably do a much better job with the mixing bowl. And let me tell you real quick, while I'm mixing, sorry if my mixing is getting annoying, these little things, look, you can take one of those. This is just a kitchen hack. Okay, you can take one of those and stick it inside your whisk. This is a smaller whisk. It used to go to like a blender, and I just kept it because it's actually so handy. My bigger whisks tend to just be too big for what I'm doing sometimes, and just a little one for eggs or something like that is perfect for me. But if you stick that ball inside of here, like right here, and just let it rest, it adds an extra whipping sensation, and it whips so much better actually. So that's actually really helpful. It was too small for my other whisk. It just kind of fell right out. So if you have a normal size whisk like this, it'll be too small for that. But if you have a smaller one, it'll work perfectly, and you will probably thank me later. Look, that thing is still sizzling, even though I turned off the darn heat. But anywho, okay. All right. Let's see how well mixed up we got here. Alright, that's pretty well mixed up. It's not the most beautiful, perfect thing in the world. Making a bigger batch and using the protein mixer ball with a larger mason jar really does do such a great job in whipping and incorporating all the ingredients evenly together. But hey, it's done pretty well. And you know what? I am just going to put a little spoonful of, not that one, that one's dirty. How about, all right, this is half a teaspoon, and I'm going to add 2. I'm going to add 2 half teaspoons, so 1 full teaspoon of sweetener, if that is your jam. If that is what you like and what tickles your pickle, then please do it. All right. Shake the living crap out of this. No, don't pay attention to any jiggly arms you might see. But this is going to be, vinaigrettes are super, super good over spring mix. Spring mix is a mix of all kinds of, usually baby lettuces. You'll usually get spinach and radicchio and arugula and things like that. And baby spinach does tend to be a little bit better, and for a number of reasons. But this is just a very light, it's not a heavy, salad type, and I actually like it better than, I love romaine, and sometimes I like to mix this with romaine because romaine has a lot of the thick crunchy parts that kind of just adds to the salad. You want both your very dark leafy greens and a good crunch from romaine. I do not do iceberg a lot because you can do iceberg if that's what works for you, but the thing about iceberg is it's mostly only water, and the nutrition profile in it is pretty low. But hey, if you are trading up a Big Mac for iceberg lettuce, then do your thing, please. Make it your life, because that is where it's at. Do you feel like I'm gonna, every time I do this, do you feel like I'm gonna hit you in the face with me shaking this? Because it's not gonna happen, but it'd be funny if you felt that way. All right, and so I'm just going to throw some tomatoes on here, and you could do like some shredded carrots or any other peppers, onions, mushrooms, sliced radishes, whatever that you love to put in your salad would be amazing. But that's all I'm doing, is just keeping it simple with tomatoes, sliced grape tomatoes, my beautiful vinaigrette, and some yummy spring mix with that chicken. That chicken is a huge piece of chicken. I do not know that I will eat all of it. Oh, sorry about sticking my hand right in your face, didn't I? Now you got my fingerprint. Now you can be on true crimes when you commit crimes and then frame everybody with my fingerprints. Now you got all the jam. All right. I have shaked the crap out of this. Okay, you know what? I go back on everything I said because this is giving me a workout. Use your shaker ball in a bigger mason jar. Even if you only do this amount of dressing, you still can use a larger jar, and it's not going to hurt you. It'll be perfectly fine. But hey, if you're feeding a whole family, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do a full amount. And so you would just multiply this dressing probably about 2 to 3 times, I would say, to get what you need. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my plate, and I'm going to pause this, make my plate, take a beautiful picture, because everybody needs to see what I'm eating. Hello, post it on Facebook and Instagram, and then I'll come back and show you the final product. Okay, so hold on like for 5 seconds. Hey y'all, I'm back. All right, so I'm trying to get a really good shot here. Oh, look, I'm messing up the light. All right, I don't know if you can tell, but this chicken is juicy as a mug for sure. It is cooked all the way through. It is not burned on the bottom, but it is beautiful and crispy and plenty juicy. I'm about to put this mug right on my plate because it's going to be so amazing and so tender. I love chicken thighs. I know some people are like, oh, it has more fat. Ooh. Well, I am no scaredy cat when it comes to fat, actually, because fatty chicken has a pretty good nutritional profile, although the fat is not as nutritious and strong as beef, but we will get into that another day. I did want to show you something interesting I did. Here's my beautiful salad. See, look at the gorgeous colors. I mean, how can you see that and not want to eat that? Like, it's not something that I can even understand. It's the most beautiful looking food. Fresh food like this is just so gorgeous and just makes you want to eat it up. Okay, so look, I diced some little green onions on there. And you see those? Look, another little kitchen hack free from me to you, okay? Don't say I never gave you nothing. This is your Christmas present. So these are green onions I bought from the store. You just throw them in a mason jar or little cup, give them some water, pop them on your little windowsill over there, let them get a little bit of light, and they will regrow. And they will regrow a little thinner and less flavorful, honestly, than the first batch, but they will regrow a couple times. You snip off some and they'll grow some more, and you snip off some and you grow some more. You see these skins dry out a little bit, but they'll just get to the point where, you know, maybe it's just time to throw them away. Which is perfectly fine, but you extend the life of your green onions because they're like, you know, $1 or $2 for a package, and it's like when you use them once, they don't go that far or last that long. So this is a good way to kind of extend your little herb here. And so I just have green onions at my disposal, and then I'll just buy another bag and do the same thing. And I've had these for weeks, guys. It's not like it's going bad or anything. So, okay, raise your hand. You are about to get a bonus question. Do you remember me adding vinegar to this? Because I'm thinking back in the video and I don't remember doing it. So I added like a teaspoon or two of vinegar to this dressing because I don't remember doing it in the first place. And you know what? Let me be honest with you guys. I put that ball in here because it was just not coming together the way that I was Hi, hello. All right, so I'm gonna open this thing and see what we have going on here and see what it looks like. Okay. Oh, there's my little ball. I'm gonna take that out. Hello. Oh, got some garlic stuck in there. Okay, now it's all beautiful whisked together. Let me see if I can get closer without actually pouring the dressing on my phone, because that totally sounds like something I would do. But you see, it looks pretty nice. It's all come together. It's all shaken well, and that vinegar really helps too. All right, so I'm just gonna get like, oh yeah, that's beautiful. So I'm just gonna get a good, probably 2 teaspoons. What am I saying? Am I on a diet? No. So good 2 tablespoons of this. Let's see, that one wasn't full of this dressing. Just pour it all over there. Oh, it's gonna be so good. If you guys stuck around with me all this time while I made this food, I appreciate it, because this is like a 20-minute video and who has time for that? But hopefully you do, and hopefully you enjoyed it, because I've enjoyed talking about it so much. This is my jam. This is my passion. This is what I love to talk about. I could talk about nutrition and food like all day long, and there's going to be a lot more videos like this. So I pray that you stick around, because I think we're going to have a lot of fun and we're going to learn a lot. And it's not all going to be about cooking, you know. There's so much more to nutrition and food and healthy lifestyle and grocery shopping, and there's so much more to that. I could talk about this all day long, every day. My friends are probably sick of hearing about it, but hey, it's what I love. It's what I do. It's helped me in my own health journey. It's helped me change a lot of things about myself and my lifestyle, and my body changed a lot, and I changed a lot as a person, and I just got happier and healthier all the way around, and I've come so far in one aspect, but my journey was never finished, you know. A lot of my journey, important parts of my journey, took place in the middle of me having children, and so now I'm taking a good break from that. Are we done? I don't know. That's a good question. That for another video, right? Yeah, so I don't know that we're done, but we're definitely on a break. And so this is a good time for me to go the rest of the way and do the rest of the work that I needed to do with my health journey. And let me tell you that your eating lifestyle is everything. It really is. And it's something that really does change oftentimes, little by little, and that is okay. That is the way it should be, because little changes are lasting changes, and I can guarantee you that. And there's probably a lot of people with their own successful journeys who will tell you the same thing. So plenty of stuff for us to talk about there, but look, because I mean, I'm sorry, this looks so nice. You know, you eat with your eyes first. So I would take this over like a Big Mac and fries any day. Took me a few minutes to make, sure, but there would be a way to meal prep this super, super easy. And I have no problem like eating the same thing every day for 5 days as far as lunch or dinner goes, or I'll make 2 things, you know, 1 meal prep for lunch and 1 meal prep for dinner, and then you can, you know, change it up throughout the week. But You know, if it's delicious and convenient and healthy and nutrition, it's right at my fingertips, I can just grab it and go. Let me tell you, that really sets me up for success, and it'll set you up for success too. So meal prepping is another thing we'll have to come back and talk about. But thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for watching me cook and make something so simple. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed your time with me today. I'm probably gonna need a shower after my lunch and my little workout this morning. I'm gonna go sit with my baby and hang out with her. So all right guys, well, until next time, I'll see you later.